rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
JWC County Commissioners Court for today, September 12th, 2025, 9 a.m. is now in session. Agenda item number 3, public testimony. Is there anybody out in the public who would like to address the court at this time? Hearing none, we'll move forward to agenda item number 4. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve minutes from previous meeting.
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 5. Is the consent agenda. The consent agenda items will be voted upon in one vote and will not be discussed separately unless requested by the county judge, commissioner, or a citizen.
Judge, Commissioners, I have reviewed all the budget amendments and they are allowable budget amendments with your approval.
Can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 6. A presentation by Birch Creek Development to discuss the Pronghorn Solar and Raghorn Solar projects that are currently being developed in JWC County.
Hey, good morning. This is Garrett Peters. Can you gentlemen hear me okay?
I think we can. Go ahead and continue. I'll let you know if we can't hear you.
Okay. Well, we appreciate the Commissioners Court and Judge your time today. I'm joined by Anna Conley with Birch Creek Development. If we could, we'd like to share a presentation on your screen and talk a little bit about the projects, but we certainly appreciate y'all having us today and the flexibility to attend via Zoom.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. Do we have that?
There you go. It's allowing me to share now.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that pulled up on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So myself and Anna are here to talk about the Raghorn project, the Beaverhead project, and the Bandana project. All 3 of these solar projects are to be located in JWC County. First of all, we wanted to give just a project overview as well as talk about the company a little bit. So I will hand it over to Anna to talk a little bit about Birch Creek, and then we'll get into the specifics on each project.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us today. As Garrett mentioned, my name is Anna Conley, and I'm a project developer for Birch Creek. I work on the Texas market, which we have three of these solar projects that we're expecting to come to fruition in Jim Wells County, Raghorn, Beaverhead, and Bandana. All are, we're planning to integrate into our IPP, which means that we plan to own and operate these projects. Uh, Birch Creek recently transitioned from a development shop to an owner and operator. So we have developed about 36 utility scale solar projects. Recently, we've been integrating those into our portfolio where we have begun owning and operating projects. Currently, those projects are located in the MISO region, which is Illinois and Missouri. But we're hoping to branch out into more states to help with the energy transition.
Awesome, thank you. So, the specific projects like we talked about, Raghorn, Beaverhead, and Bandana, here are the locations of the land for the three projects. Um, Two of them are focused around Alice, and then the third one, Bandana, is down to the south. Further, as we get into each individual project, so the Raghorn project is going to be an approximately $68 million investment in the county. Construction to start in 2 years and then be completed by 2028. We're estimating that over 35 years, there'll be a little under $10 million paid to Alice Independent School District and $4 million paid to Jim Wells County. Next, we've got the Beaverhead project, very similar in size and investment and timeline. You'll note that all three of those variables match for this project: $68 million, 2027 start, 2028 completion. The unique thing about this project is it actually splits two school districts. About 75% of it is in Alice ISD and 25% is in Ben Bolt ISD. But still the same $4 million to be paid to Jim Wells County in taxes over the life of the project. Lastly, we've got Bandana, which is the largest of the three projects. We estimate about a $90 million investment, and it is in Fremont ISD. It's a little bit later timeline. Construction start following the two previous projects, estimating about $13 million to be spent in Fremont ISD and 5.7 to Jim Wells. So that's kind of an overview of the three projects. Do you gentlemen have any questions before we move forward?
Yeah, where are the locations, more or less?
Yeah, the first two.
The one in Ben Bolt and the one in Fremont.
Yes, sir. So this location is north of 44 Raghorn, and so on the larger map, it's over here on the north west side. Apologies for the zoom scrolling there. So Raghorn is over here. Beaverhead is south of Alice, and that would be east of 281. And then lastly, you've got Bandana, which is west of 281 and south of Alice.
Let me ask you, the one on County Road 146, it's on 144. I know those county roads are not too good of a shape. Is there gonna be a lot of heavy traffic through there initially? And secondly, are we gonna get any assistance to kind of fix those roads and make it more passable for you guys?
Yeah, sir, that is a great question. So as part of this process, when we initially start presenting our projects to the county and letting the county know about the development plans that we have, there's a couple conversations that occur. Road use agreements, local needs as far as road repairs or improvements, fire needs, as far as volunteer fire departments or first responders. And then just other general needs that the county or jurisdictions may have. So yes, that is one of the first objectives that we've got coming up, because we definitely will need to utilize some county road infrastructure for each of these three projects. We will definitely want to enter into a road use agreement with the counties, or with the county, sorry.
Thank you.
That's a great question.
Any more questions? I don't think we have any more questions.
What was the timeline on it?
For the Raghorn, it's 2027 construction.
2027, okay.
Yeah, so 2 projects in 2027 to start construction and be completed
that
by
the start
2028.
date?
Go ahead, sorry.
The completion date, when is it?
For the 2027 projects, we expect them to be completed in 2028. For the 2028 project, we expect it to be completed in
2028,
2029.
okay. I see it.
Can we get, that, sent to us?
Yes, of course.
You know, if you have a future presentation, you know, it'd be nice if you all present it here at Commissioners Court.
Yes, 100%. One of the reasons that we were planning on presenting at a later date at Commissioners Court and in speaking with the judge's assistant, they let us know that we could present sooner, and we had some travel conflicts, and so we obviously wanted to get information to you guys sooner, and so that's what brought us here today, via Zoom as opposed to in person. But yes, we'd love the opportunity to present in person and talk with you further about the projects.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the next part that we want to talk about, and this goes into the road use agreement conversation, is generally we see our road use agreements tied in, at least on the other projects that we've done here in Texas, we see those road use agreements tied in with pilot agreements. It's our understanding in talking with the judge that the county may or may not have ever done a pilot agreement, and if they have, it's been quite some time. But we wanted to kind of walk through that process and let you know how it's worked in other counties to see if that's something that Jim Wells County is interested in, and tell you specifically how we think it could benefit the county for these 3 projects. So the first question would be, has the county ever entered into a tax abatement with any projects?
As far as I know, not solar projects.
Okay. Okay. So what we
Actually,
go ahead.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Actually, we have done one. It's off of County Road 308. I forget the name of the Talitha to
Oh, the Enbridge solar project.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have a policy in place of how to apply for all that, and then if it's approved by the Commissioners Court, you know, we can we'll negotiate some kind of agreement for payment in lieu of taxes, and try to make it up that way.
Well, that sounds perfect. We had prepared most of this presentation from the background that we did not know that the Commissioners Court had any familiarity with pilots or tax abatement. So I will skip right ahead past the education stuff into the actual dollars and cents, which I think is what everybody most cares about, if that's okay with you gentlemen.
Go ahead and move forward. That's fine.
All right. So really no need to talk about, you know, what pilots are if there's already some familiarity there. So we'll go into what we're specifically asking for and kind of sum up the totals that we showed you on those previous slides. So in total, the 3 projects make up about a $226 million investment, a little under $14 million in county taxes, and $31 million in school district taxes. If you're familiar with the Enbridge solar project or solar projects in general, they have a lot of construction jobs. There's a lot of activity for about 1 to 2 years as they're being constructed, but they do not take a lot of permanent jobs to own and operate into the future. And so we would estimate that it's going to take about 1 to 2, maybe 3 jobs for the 3 projects to operate. But to be conservative, we would say that 1 job would service all 3 projects given their proximity to each other. Second of all, you know, there'd be a large sales tax impact, especially during that 2 years of construction activity, whether it's lodging or other local services. So what we're specifically asking for, when we total up all of these variables and factors and the job creation and the investment, looks like this. And we propose to do something a little bit unique. I don't know if this is in the Enbridge agreement that you guys currently have, but what we're proposing to do is do what we call upfront consideration. Most pilot agreements or tax abatements across the state of Texas do not have this lever in them. What happens is, as you likely know, is you build the project, the company makes the investment, and then they start to receive the benefits of the tax abatement agreement over the 10 years following, their investment in construction. What we've tried to do here a little bit unique is show that, okay, even if we don't build the projects, or even if we start construction on the projects, that we have a lot of skin in the game here, and we want the county to participate from a financial perspective in the milestones of our project. So, for example, this is for one project, but there would be three projects as we've talked about. So, for example, these are just kind of terms that we've thrown together to give you guys an idea of what we're proposing. We would propose a abatement payment just for approving an abatement agreement, a construction start payment, and a construction completion payment. Generally, it would just be pilots after the construction is completed, and we've tried to do something a little bit unique here that wouldn't happen without a tax abatement. As you guys know, if a project gets built without a tax abatement, there's no pilots, there's no upfront payments, there's just regular property taxes. And so we've tried to do something a little bit unique from that perspective. Additionally, we should look at this from the perspective of three projects. So with this current scenario, it'd be $15,000 for the abatement execution, about $150,000, a little less than that for construction start, and $150,000 for construction completion, and then $300,000 per year in the form of pilots. And we're certainly flexible and negotiable. We just wanted to put something initially in front of the Commissioners Court to hope to get a conversation started. Obviously, come down in person, share a little bit more about ourselves, talk with you about the projects, and then see if we could progress through a road use agreement and a tax abatement agreement on each of these three projects.
Not a problem.
If I might ask, on the previous tax abatement that y'all did with Enbridge, did the county engage an outside attorney, or was it handled internally through the county attorney?
No, I had some help from outside counsel on that to set up the to basically to set up the process to apply for it.
Okay.
And I can pull that up. Garrett, correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Yeah, Garrett. Yeah, and if you could, I think I heard the judge ask you for a copy of this PowerPoint. That would be helpful, and then we can exchange. If you can send that to us in an email address, and then we can exchange with you what we have filed of record as far as how to apply. It may have. I think it had. If I recall correctly, it had an expiration date. We may have to refresh that or renew it. But if we did so, more than likely it'd be under the same terms.
Mr. Guerra, the abatement process, is that the one that was completed back in 2016 or 17?
I don't think it was that far back, but
Yeah, I think the last time I was did it.
I think we did a newer one, and I think we had help from the O'Hanlon law firm.
Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, we're very familiar with the tax abatement guidelines and criteria policy as far as it relates to Texas. I think they expire every 2 years, maybe 4 years. So if they have expired, that's no problem. That's something we've certainly encountered before. The county would just need to renew that policy, and that doesn't bind the county to any tax abatements with our projects. It's just kind of sets up the process for us. So regardless, yes, happy to send this information over. I'm happy to start a more a dialogue with the county, and we certainly look forward to it.
That's not a problem with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, this was adopted in 2022, so I'm looking for the expiration.
It probably expired in 2024 if it wasn't.
Right, right. So we need to, and this is a what they call a Chapter 312 abatement process. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct. Yes, sir.
312 is counties and 313, I believe, is school districts, correct?
Yes, sir. And the 313 legislation expired December 31st, 2022. Unfortunately, it was a great benefit to the school districts in the state of Texas, but it is no longer an active program.
Okay, so on that, on those, you would just pay your regular tax like as usual.
That's correct. And so, as you likely know, with Robin Hood and maintenance and operation tax, it may not always be a straightforward benefit to the schools, these taxes that we would pay. But if they do have an interest in sinking fund tax rate, a debt rate, these projects can have a huge impact from that perspective.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Commissioner Gonzalez, because two of these, it sounds like are going to be in his precinct, and those school districts could both Ben Bolt and Fremont could use the help. So that's something that we'll probably have to bring them in and those school boards let them know what's potentially coming.
Yeah, and that's what the biggest impact of these projects are. Is as you gentlemen know, this land is all ag exempt right now. So if you look over the last 35 years, this land has paid less than $100,000 in taxes in total. With these three projects, the next 35 years, these projects will pay almost 40 to $50 million in property taxes. And so it's quite an impact and a yield from that perspective.
Very, very interesting. Sounds promising. Let's see where we can get. When um when will we need to begin negotiations with y'all?
We're ready to start as soon as y'all are. I mean, we will get the information that we've presented today over to you guys, and then we're ready to go as fast as the county is.
Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right. So I guess are the judge we'll need to look into getting that 312 um our outline or whatever our process renewed
Yes,
because the email that I found was from 2022, so it's probably already expired.
not a problem. We'll do it.
Yep. Once that policy is renewed, that will allow us to formally submit an application for each of these three projects to the county with a proposal, and then allow us to actually begin negotiating the financial terms, the road terms, all the various terms that the counties would like to see in an agreement. But obviously, the guidelines and criteria policy is the first step before we can have those conversations.
Not a problem. Sounds
Good.
good.
All right.
Not a problem. We appreciate it, and we'll get on that tax abatement process, updating it as soon as possible, and then we'll if you can send us the outlines, and then we'll make we'll set a date for a meeting.
All right. We both thank you very much for your time today. It's been great speaking with y'all, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Agenda item number 7, discuss, consider, and take action to approve and adopt the 2025 sheriff's and constable's fee schedule to be effective January 1st, 2026.
That's fine. Yes, sir, that we are going to stay with the same fee schedule. I gotten in contact with the sheriff's department and everything should stay the same. So I will be reporting that October 1st and will become effective with the same rates January 1st, 2026.
Motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 8, discuss, consider, and take action to implement burn ban for 90 days.
Yes, Lance Brown, Jim Wells County Emergency Management. We've been tracking our KBDIs, Keaton Byron Drought Index, on the scale. We've been tracking those for the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. They have been elevated. We've been extremely blessed that we have a very mild season right now, fire season. But as of 9/10 of 2025, it's 2 days ago, has not updated yet. We're at 618. The threshold's 500, so we're 118 ticks above our threshold, if you will. So I recommend that we go into a burn ban for 90 days, and if we get some significant rain, we can lift it at any time. We just probably need to go into a burn ban to protect the county.
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
I have a motion. I'll second that motion. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Can I just say that I'm not sure who prepared the orders, but we have one form that allows the county judge to lift the ban in case we get significant rain without having to wait for another commissioners court meeting. Make sure that that clause is in there.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you. We'll make sure that lands. Agenda item number 9, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize County Judge Pedro P. Trevino Jr. to execute any and all closing documents on behalf of Jim Wells County regarding the purchase of the real property from Jerry Box described as 10 acres as recorded in document number 2022-481703, official records of Jim Wells County, being out of a 30-acre tract described and recorded in volume 1038, page 188, official records, Jim Wells County, situated in the La Vaca Grant Abstract 166, Jim Wells County, Texas.
Judge, Commissioners, this is a purchase that's in connection with a grant for a retention pond off of 1554. We submitted the earnest money contract to Stewart Title last month. They have run their background check and they have cleared the title, and we are ready to close next Wednesday. We just need this resolution authorizing the judge to purchase it. The purchase will be made with grant money.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
Are you gonna speak on it?
Y'all would like for me to, good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Norma Salas, Jim Wells County Grant Administrator. Mr. Guerra did give y'all the little background on this, but I was going to inform y'all that this is the resolution that we're bringing upon to the court to get it approved for the 10 acres, that it would acquire the county will acquire to develop one of the retention ponds. And the acquisition is part of the ongoing CDBG mid-project number 22-085-027-268. In addition to this property, negotiations are still underway for the purchase of the second property, which will serve on the site for a second retention pond. Approval of the purchase will allow the project to move forward as planned, addressing flood mitigation needs for our community and ensuring compliance with the grant requirements.
What area is this, Judge?
This is 1554, right there where DSI equipment is. It's about maybe quarter mile to the west of Highway 281 on 1554, on the south side of 1554. It's where the city has a chlorinator facility. It's right next door.
Correct. I have a question though. I wasn't aware if Ms. Salas can clarify. We're going to buy another tract. This is the first I hear of that. And if so, does it have to work with this one? Because is it part of the same project? Because I don't think it's a good idea for us to buy 10 acres and then not be able to buy the other tract and then not be able to go forward with the project. Is it the same retention pond or a different one?
No, it's a second retention pond at a different location, sir.
Okay, so whether we get that tract or not, this project can still go forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I made a motion.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Norma.
Thank you, sir. Gentlemen.
Agenda item number 10, discuss, consider, and act upon ratifying the city and the county's request for $100,000 in state FY 26 ramp grant funds from the Texas Department of Transportation, Office of Aviation for routine maintenance projects and for other lower cost airport improvements, committing the county's half of the required 10% match of $11,111.11 and authorizing the county judge and the county attorney to sign all grant-related documents.
Hi, good morning. My name is Desiree Conchola, and I am the grant administrator for the city of Alice. I'm here for it's a routine grant that we've done every year between the city and Jim Wells County with the routine airport maintenance program, the ramp grant. So this is for the fiscal year 2026. We are asking again for the 100,000. It is a 10% match, and the match is between the city, which is $5,555.55 each. Yes, correct. That's split between the two. This is just to go into the agreement and to go ahead and get started for the new fiscal year.
Anybody have any questions? This is basically what we do every year.
Yes,
for
it's-
the ramp grant. I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Agenda item number 11, discuss, consider, and take action to move to all electronic voting with paper trail for upcoming Jim Wells County elections. We have Mr.
Good
Guerra.
morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Hopefully this will be the first step. I was hoping to get somebody to come in and give us a demonstration on this new voting system. There's different approaches to going paperless, and this one seems to be the easiest meld into it. There are actually ballots that will be printed on site. The underlying reason for this is the Secretary of State has begun to clamp down on extra ballots being printed for any elections. So as we are a hybrid county, we can either vote by paper ballot or electronic. Many times we're left with a lot of ballots left over for multiple precincts, which leads to requirements for storage and ultimately disposal of those extra ballots after the 22-month retention period. So after looking at different ways to go electronic, we found a pretty innovative system here where you can actually buy the ballot stock at a much cheaper price than a pre-printed ballot, keep it on hand, and in that instance, there will be no extra ballots printed for any election. And not only that, the ballot stock that we have, we can maintain for the next and upcoming elections. Most of our ballots are 8.5 by 11. So just to give you a kind of range there, pre-printed ballots at 8.5 by 11 are 40 cents a piece. So 10,000 of those will cost you $4,000. If we buy 10,000 ballot stocks and print them on site, we can do that for $675. Those are $65.50 per 1,000 ballot sheets. So you can see a saving of about $3,000. Now for the larger ballots, the 11 by 17, when we have more people on the ballot, those are 51 cents a ballot. So for every 10,000 voters, we're paying $5,100. We can get those sheets blank, $123 for 1,000. So that'll come out to $1,230 for every 10,000 voters. So about $3,500 difference. Plus, we won't have any extra ballots to retain. We won't have any extra ballots to store, and we won't need to buy materials to keep them. Now, I understand that this is a big amount here. I think you'll have a quote in front of you for the Vanguard system. On the very back of that, there's an annual recurring maintenance fee, which is $12,635. With our current system, we're paying between $19,000, just under $20,000 annually. So right off the bat, it's going to reduce that. we'll be able to be more compliant with the Secretary of State as far as not having extra ballots. And the accuracy with which ballots are given to voters. There will be it pretty much eliminates human error. When a voter comes in and they receive their ballot, this is going to make certain that they receive the correct ballot within their jurisdiction of which they're eligible for. And so, like I say, this was the first step, and I was hoping with the court's permission to get a representative to come in so you guys could see it in real time and we could give a demonstration at a next commissioner's court.
This amount, the 294,000, that's the cost of the whole system plus the yearly?
Yes. So after that, the yearly would be 12,000. Yes, sir. It's just it's a massive savings. The way we've been doing it works fine, but there are more innovative ways now. So if we can't do it here in the near future, I definitely like it to be known that it's on a wish list. This will pay for itself in the course of a decade or less.
Okay. So the action today is
Just to agree to let the actual vendors come in and give us a demonstration at our next commissioner's court.
Okay, so the way this reads, we'll table it, and then we'll allow to set the demonstration up, and then we'll make a decision, or we'll
Absolutely, and in the interim, if you guys have any questions that you can generate and have ready for us, we can address them at that time as well.
So it's probably not enough time for the November general, right? We're looking at possibly the primary in March.
Yeah, and with that kind of speed, the primary in March, they're willing to knock off 10,000 from that price for any newcomers. This is a brand new system that's coming out. It'll be certified by the end of the year, and I think just a demonstration is gonna really show how efficient and how great these work. Our current systems weigh 30 pounds a piece for each of those little suitcases that we lug out. These are 15 pounds and 17 pounds. So it'll also assist with our judges, some of them that are elderly, to be able to set up at the different locations.
Okay, I have a motion to table.
Yeah, Cindy, do we have any outstanding liability for the last time we bought machines?
No, that's already been paid off.
It's been
Yeah.
paid off?
Yes, it
Okay.
has.
Yes.
No, it was financed, but it's already been paid.
Okay, I have a motion to table. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 12, discuss, consider, and take action to approve and authorize the county judge to execute all necessary documents for a sub-grant agreement with NACO for the $50,000 grant for participation in the Rural Leaders for Economic Mobility Program. So myself and Mr. Larry Martinez, we've been a part of this Rural Leaders for Economic Mobility Program. I've been to Florida and been to North Carolina. I didn't get to go to the last 2 or 3. The last one is in Missouri, but in order for us to participate in this, we had to travel to these other places to see what other counties with similar size are doing for growth and development. And for us participating in this program, they gave us $50,000. So I'm asking the court to approve this contract for the $50,000, and these $50,000 are gonna go for assisting us with the Nexus Center for Growth and Development at the bank building. we're using these funds and the USDA funds that we've been awarded, but USDA, we just haven't got the amount and the date that we're going to be awarded. But with these $50,000, as it's the budget's set right now for renovation and construction, I have 18,000, for marketing 5,000, for signage 15,000, and for equipment 12,000. And these can change with different scopes of work. So what myself and Mr. Pettis, JC Pettis is doing, we're trying to align these two grants, which is going to be very difficult because this money's got to be spent by April 2026. And without knowing the amount of money we got from USDA and when we're going to get it, that's difficult to align. But this is a good start. I'm asking the court to allow me to approve this contract and allow me to move forward.
So this grant's gonna be used for what you said, to renovate, to,
Yeah, pretty much the third and fourth floor. The third floor, it's gonna be part of the center, the business incubator. It's gonna be for our Texas A&M Extension office in the back area. We'll have offices in the front, and then on the fourth floor, we'll have a state-of-the-art conference center with all the bells and whistles. That's gonna come through the USDA grant. Right now, depending on how we want to spend this money, would dictate what we do with it, because without knowing how much we're getting with the other grant, it's hard. But I think we can lay a foundation, whether it's carpeting or whether it's equipment or whatever else it is. We can utilize this $50,000.
and no other, like, no employees required to, just the grant to do whatever you need to do?
Just $50,000.
No county match or anything?
Nothing like that. Just all we had to do was participate in that program, and the program is still going.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion. I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you all very much. Appreciate the help. Agenda item number 13, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize the county judge to execute the settlement participation and release forms regarding the settlement documents for defendants Purdue and Sackler family in the matter of Texas opiate multi-district litigation for the county styled in National Prescription Opioid litigation, MDL number 2804.
Judge, Commissioners, this is the first of two settlements that are going to be before you this morning. This is with the ongoing opioid litigation. Purdue and the Sackler family filed for that's for the next one. That PowerPoint's for the next item. So in this case, Purdue and Sackler, the Sackler family filed for bankruptcy. And so that's what's delayed this settlement. The total amount that the state will receive under this settlement is $286 million. That is going to be divvied up among the counties at a later date, as per whatever agreement is reached between the state and its political subdivisions, the counties. That, and I know that kind of leaves it open, but that's the settlement that they're asking us to approve. So that's the big pot of money that's going to be sent to Texas. How much of that we're going to get, I can't tell you right now, but I'm assuming it's going to be by some kind of formula, either by the number of opiate cases we can document, or by population, or by how many medical providers we have in our county. There'll be some kind of formula, so we won't know that exact number till the future. But if we want to participate in this, this has to be approved before September 30th.
I was just gonna ask that question, how much would we end up getting, but that makes sense, I guess, depending on population and.
On that slide, on the slides, on the Purdue settlement payment, that's not the amount, the 43,000?
That's on the next agenda item. That's how much we're getting on the other one. So that's kind of a good measure, you know, possibly of course, those were all secondary providers. They weren't the original. I think those were some of the manufacturers. There's a list of about 7 or 8 defendants in that one. And so you see that our share of that is only 43,000. In the past, we've gotten some that have been higher. They've been, I want to say there was one of our biggest ones was like 170, 180,000. So I don't want to commit or misrepresent how much of this Purdue and Sackler we're going to end up getting, but because of the bankruptcy issue, I don't think we have a whole lot of leeway here. We just need to approve it and then hope that the state treats us fairly.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, now on this next one, well, go ahead and announce it, Judge. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt.
Agenda item number 14, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize the county judge to execute the settlement participation and release forms regarding the settlement documents for defendants in the Alvogen, Apotex, and Amnio Pharmaceuticals LLC, Hikma Pharmaceuticals, Indavir, and Incorporated, and Viatris Incorporated, Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries Incorporated, and Zydus Pharmaceuticals USA Incorporated in the matter of Texas opioid multi-district litigation for the county styled and National Prescription Opiate Litigation, MDL number 2804. Those are tongue twisters.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, there were several defendants in that one. And yeah, so if you look at slide number 6 on this, you'll see what the direct allocation to Jim Wells County is under this settlement.
43,000.
Yeah, let's go to number 6, please. No, farther back. Slide number 6. There you go. No, wait. There you go. Okay, so there you see what the total fund amount, 38 million, and our share, and that's based on that formula. You see that 0.111026%. That means our direct allocation would be 43,244. That's money that comes to us. Of course, there are parameters on how that can be spent because it is an opioid settlement. Now, if you go to the next slide, this is a regional allocation, and we are grouped with a certain number of counties in South Texas. And this money, this 5,756,666.13 is set aside, and it's put into a fund that can be applied for through a competitive grant process. Okay, so we're not guaranteed to get any of this, but it's available to us if we want to apply for it.
I'll make a motion, we approve. Second. I have a motion, have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 15, discuss, consider, and take action on entering into a mutual agreement of understanding MOU between Bembo, Palito Blanco Independent School District, Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office. Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office will provide a deputy to assist, deputy to be assigned to the Bembo Palito Blanco Independent School District at a flat rate of $46,000 for the school year. Bembo Palito Blanco Independent School District agreed to make quarterly reimbursements to Jim Wells County and the Sheriff's Office.
Joseph Guy Baker, Sheriff of Jim Wells County. This is a contract that, we've been doing for quite a while. It's just a renewal of that contract. We did update the flat rate of 46,000. Prior years were based on much lower salaries. The school has already approved this contract pending the Commissioner's Court's approval.
Motion to approve item is presented, Judge.
I'll second it, but the only question I have is on number 11. This agreement which commenced on August 11th, 2025 and will end June 15th, 2025? June 15th is right? I guess that's the last day.
Yeah, so that's the
26?
that's the dates that the school gave me that they're in school. So during the summer, we get the deputy back and use that deputy unless there's school functions. When she's not there, it should be
So the school gets them, in the summer you get them?
not the whole summer. Like if there's no activities going on, no one at the school, then the deputy does come in and fill in and assist the county.
I do think, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, that's comparable to the deputy salary, right?
Yeah, so the expense that's, we also maintain the vehicle, we pay for the gas, the upkeep, we pay for the ongoing education to continue her license. The sheriff's office or the county is not making any money on this. We're just providing, helping to provide better security there at the Bembo School District.
I have a motion, I was second, but I'm pretty sure that that June 15th, 2025 date.
It would have to be 26.
Should be 26. All right, so,
Yeah, I guess I'll make a motion to accept the item presented with the exception that it's gotta be June 15, 2026.
I will,
It should be there correctly,
it should be 26 because.
because we're already past to 25.
oh, I see what you're saying, yes.
You see it?
There's no doubt it's 26.
It's 26. It has to,
Yes, it needs to be amended to the 26th.
okay, 26, okay. I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 16, discuss, consider allowing the Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office to accept and operate under the 2026 Operation Lone Star Grant number 4379604 for equipment and overtime in the amount of $470,589,000.
Yeah, so this grant is the one that we apply for equipment and the extra overtime, the overtime grants that we've talked about where the officers do work the highway. But in this particular grant, we can also use that for equipment. We do plan to buy vehicles, some vehicles. We have several of our patrol vehicles that are at 250,000 miles that need to be replaced. We are going to use a significant portion of this money to buy new vehicles and be outfitted for the patrol division.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second. We have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed?
Judge, on the, right here, it says Jim Wells County Sheriff Officer. I don't know if that has to be amended or
Well,
not.
that's
Instead of
all.
office.
I saw that. I think we're okay. I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I think that's just a typo. I think we'll be okay with that. Thank you, Sheriff.
And thank you.
Agenda item number 17, discuss, consider, and take action on request by Big House Burger Kingsville for approval for temporary sale of alcohol at the Bembo Palito Blanco Athletic Booster Club fundraiser at the Jim Wells County Fairgrounds, December 13, 2025. I'm not sure if anybody's here to discuss anything about that, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Campos is supposed to
they're having a fundraiser, Judge, and they're requesting actually a temporary license for that event.
Okay.
Motion to approve item is presented as long as they get their license within time.
Okay. I'll second. The only question I had is the beer sales in the school.
Yeah,
If they use-
But it's,
they usually do
it's
that?
actually not a school.
yeah, we
Not a school
discussed it.
function.
It's not tied up with the school, it's a, what do you call it?
Club?
Yeah, it's independent.
It's what?
It's, yeah, it's a 501c, it's a nonprofit.
All right, I have a motion, I have a second, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 18, discuss, consider, and take action on payroll and bills as submitted by the county auditor with exception of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, I have a second, any further discussion?
Second that, Judge.
Second.
Who's second?
I didn't get a second? Okay, let's
I'll
make
get it.
sure.
I'll do the
Let's make
second.
sure this time, okay.
There you
I'll
go.
second that motion.
I got it.
Motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, guys.